Hello, folks. It's me, the Ridiculous from Ogington here yet again to faff around and file human interest stories, or alien interest stories, as the game wants me to call them. It will just be fluff. It will be nothing substantial whatsoever. And, that's pretty much how I am. That is a really good track. What is this? The Original's Way, which we have not played. Oh well. Ugh. So I'm awake, allegedly. Like, I'm here. That must mean I'm awake. Probably. Insofar as the game, it's not bad. Like, I'm enjoying it. Little odd. Like, I'm not sure anything we're doing actually, matters. Like, I'm not sure what we file is actually important. Which is fine by me, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna worry about it. Didn't I have a big rant a few... Yeah, like, I'm not gonna worry about it. It is not really about, what you file so much as how you do it. But I was just considering... Yeah, I'm good with choices in games that don't matter. It's not like I'm clamoring for more reactivity here. I'm just, like, mulling on... There's a difference between, like... I don't mind that these choices matter, and... I can't figure out if these choices matter. I don't do alcohol. I'm not interested in alcohol. All alcoholic beverages might as well be identical as far as I'm concerned. They're all good for setting stuff on fire. Greetings and salutations. Yeah, greetings and salutations. Greetings and saltines. Apple cider can be non-alcoholic. That's true. There's a couple of apple farms down the road you can get, like, bottles of cider at the store with their name on it, etc. How to say you're in New England without saying you're in New England. Greetings and salivations? I guess? Well, New England or Southern California. That's valid. I always kind of associate, like, Southern California with, You know, it only just occurred to me that maybe they don't grow oranges in, like, Orange County. Do they grow oranges in Orange County? I don't care. Never mind, I'm moving on. Tonight it's Times in Galaxy, where I attempt to avoid facts as hard as possible. File stories that are just pure interest. Yes, but no. As in, they used to do it? Or... Times in Galaxy. Load this up. There is also an Orange County in Florida. It's on the outskirts of Orlando. They grow oranges there. Every winter, peas grow there. Alright, let's go ahead and skip the opening movie, as much as it pains me to do so. We do have to keep moving here. Yeah, I guess they grow orange people in the OC. Alright, we've got lots of... the bathroom. We've got lots of people to talk to. There is a... How the fuck is there a leak in space? Why is there a space leak? I guess that's machinery up there. Your fellow intern is hard at work in the intern pit. Oh. Hi. Did you want something? Nope, I'm just being friendly. Yuck. Why are you doing that? Look around, Reporter Bot. You and I are the only interns here. At one point, there were a lot of oranges grown there. I think we should grow more reds and purples. We're competitors. You think they're gonna hire us both? Please tell me they put some logic processing in that big metal skull. I have top-of-the-line logic drivers. You just don't get it. And that's fine. Have fun when you end up working for the dealer. Or worse, the Daily Scraggler. Ah. You ought to cackle with laughter, but there is no joy in the sound. So much for becoming best work buddies. I mean, I just need him to know that I hold no grudges, and I am not, like, gonna steal his stories or anything. But also, I have great big metal hands, and I can crush his fucking dome with my powerful robot arms. So, you know, if I have to commit murder, I will. Goo has sloshed over the side of the bed. Aw, Puffbees have been frolicking in their dreams again. The janitor's gonna love that. Anything going on in here? Then you'd have dome goop all over. That's okay, there's goop everywhere anyway. Oh, hello, this is glowing. Why? Presumably there's something new in here. I just don't know what it is, so, Ah, here it is. A shining, timeless example of award-worthy journalism. My very first article. I often reread it. Recommend you do the same, everyone should. Why your first article and not your latest one? What? If you're implying my skills might be slipping. You're wrong, my writing's aged like fine, salty brine. No, I read to remind myself of something. The headline reads, Big Turnout for Humanitarian Bake Sale. For Humanian Bake Sale. Big turnout for Humanian Bake Sale. Still not enough to save local library. The pathos, the emotions, the many baked goods I had to sample. Did you eat any Humanians? I captured it all. Went well over my word count to do so, obviously. And they cut it down brutally to fit the page. It was still incredible, of course. But I swore I'd protect my beautiful, perfect writing from foolish, naive editors who couldn't tell what a priority story was. So it was their job. That's why I reread it. It fuels the fire within me. To fight for my integrity above all else. And going over your word count is generally a bad thing. Ah, you're one of those robos. Tell you what, I'll leave a copy on my desk for you to come study. For a nominal fee. And even autograph it. For a larger nominal fee. How much are the nominal fees? Well, cheaper than my keynote fees. But if you have to ask, it's probably more than you can afford. So, save up. Good things come to those who are fiscally responsible. Off you go. Think on your financial situation and make a plan. You'll thank me. Yeah, sure thing, Colonel Sanders. The camera wants to talk to me now. Check. Captured. Intern in the snacking area. Should you be slacking here? Nice to meet you. I'm Reporter Bot. That's nice, but I won't be committing it to long-term storage. You interns never last long enough for that. And I need the space. I have pictures from the time Drumflow Truckler's pants fell down on stage. Do you know who that is? No, who is that? Sure. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You need to step your game up, intern. Then maybe I'll bother to learn your name. So I noticed you didn't answer my question, fuckface. I mean, camera guy. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, Tuffy. Wish I had more time to show you the ropes. But I'm one highly toned calf deep in a hedge fund scandal. How do you keep those calves so highly toned? You ever heard of squat psychosis? It's all the rush of a squat series. Mixed with the full metabolic panic of a fight. Fight? Fight. Fight! Fight. I'd recommend it. Though its benefits might be lost on you, as someone who lacks organic muscle mass. No offense. Tell me more about what you're working on. Looks like a crooked hedge fund manager has been exposed on Atrabella. Trabla. Been playing loose with the goodwill of gullible senior gardeners, making off with their hedges and ivy assets under cover of night. It's a sick galaxy out there. And on the crime beat, it's my duty to cover exactly how sick. Looks like I'm a trouble abound. Catch you later, intern. She pats you on the shoulder with a force that leaves you wondering if your metal is dented. Am I all metal or am I some plastic? It's hard to tell with the glossy jacket on. Soda. The vending machine is empty, but at what cost? About $1.35, I'd guess. Someone has emptied the trash can! Nice, the ship can fly another day. Please remind the writers to always put the time near the verb in their informational leads. A deal was struck this cycle, not this cycle a deal was struck. It's important for consistency and concision. Arwen rolls the goo equivalent of their eyes. Reporter Bot, good timing. Copy Bot and I were syncing until now. Time is now, verb is sync, acceptable distance. What does that even mean? Hello again, intern. I must say, Arwen, this one has potential. I think so too. I really must get back to my work. The war against M-Dashes never ends. Copybot, you and I may become enemies. Suppose someone needs to worry about how close a time is to a verb. That reminds me, I need to ask a favor. You met Joe? He's the scanner's captain, a real character. He borrowed my copy of E.B. White Dwarf's The Theoretical Elements of Style. It's been something like 84 cycles and I need it back. You'll likely find Joe on the bridge, which is the one part of the ship you don't have access to yet. Find security bot and let them know I gave you permission to upgrade your clearance. Oh, cool. We have clearance. Clearance. We've yet to be called into the boss's office. Dear Jillian. Sigh. Another press release that spells my name wrong. Find security bot. So one thing that bothers me is that, we didn't find a seed on the last mission. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Okay. You're the new intern, reporter bot, is it? We've yet to be introduced. I'm Ursula Laser Cunningham, editor-in-chief. Read your story on that cat show, and of course the shuttle crash. You seem to favor stories about people, the who over the why. Readers love to read about themselves. Be careful to make sure you're still reporting actual news. The editor-in-chief in Time of the Galaxy noticed a dominant angle in your story so far as alien interest. Scanner colleagues and beings you meet on assignment may react differently depending on the angle you tend to favor in your stories, as well as your current readership and reputation. If at any point you want to check out how you're doing, you can do it in the pause menu. Expecting big things from you. Now if you'll excuse me, I have an important meeting to get to. Did that go well? The answer is inconclusive. That's okay. It doesn't need to go well. I'm not out to impress anyone. Including my boss. Your sensors detect green goo in every mechanical joint in this room. Puffpiece seems to have lubricated every mechanical doodad in sight. Is that part of their official duties? Is Puffpiece employed here? Brrr. Puffpiece, what is it you do on this ship? Puffpiece wags her tail. A simple silent answer, and yet telling. It's important I know what you do. More? Or? Puffpiece seems confused by your imitation of them. The only way to make it up to them is with some petting. You pet Puffpiece, I gurgle in delight. You are both better for having had this interaction. I think the ship's dog may outrank me. Barry seems excited, maybe because Puffpiece is here. I think the ship's dog definitely outranks me. I'm working on something great. Oh, okay. Your new charisma cap isn't ready. I have absolutely no idea where I'm supposed to be right now, so let's just walk around and talk to people. Supposed to be getting my security clearance updated. But, heaven knows. The label on the gear says it wicks moisture. Guess that's why there's a puddle on the ground under it. Ew. Ah, here we go. Ursula sent you to try to stop me, did she? Don't waste your time. You can't talk me out of this. I have to follow my instincts. Please, it's for your own good. My good, my worth. My worth is my stories. Whatever they take. In this case, I'm gonna meet an anonymous source in a shady bar on the wrong side of a planet. A highly dangerous move. Bankrolled by the paper. Would you go if the company wasn't paying? Look, I deserve to be paid for my work. We all do. Some stories have different costs than others. Emotional, physical, financial. Especially that last one. But this source always has something good. We usually have a pretty good time regardless. So I should get going. Oh, and if Ursula didn't send you? Maybe don't tell her about this, okay? Sure, man. Like, I have to go to a bar and get drunk for work. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna, what am I, a cop? I'm not cop bot, am I? Reporter bot, right? Impressive to think we have the first ever robo-reporter on our ship. How do you like it so far? I was made for this, literally. I guess that's true. That'd be kinda nice. Knowing exactly what purpose you were made for. I guess that's how it is for the Verge. Could be restricting, too. What do you think? It's tough. What if I want to be some other type of robo? That's a good question. If I'd been a robo, I might have been one of those pencil-pushing types like Copybot. That wouldn't have been right for me at all. But I think even as a robo, you can still carve your own path. You get to decide what kind of reporter you are, for example. Are you going to be a wild card, a slanderous tabloid writer, a by-the-book type? There are lots of different types of reporters. Like how the shuttle bots are so different. So true. Right? They're all so different, even though they were initialized the same. Really, no two robos are exactly alike. I mean, we've met Shuttlebot X. He's kind of weird. Hey, Sprockets. Hey. Hey, hon. Your third cycle already? How you feeling about the world of intersolar journalism? I'm here. That's enough. We usually like to see a little more passion from the interns. Apathy is rarely the hallmark of a good reporter. You might want to keep that in mind, hon. You better go pick up your assignment now. The paper doesn't write itself, you know. I mean, I was going for less apathy and more serenity, but, I guess the two are, in practice, almost identical. A juvenile walloping weeper. May you grow up big and strong. The weep, sob, and dare I say keen. Oh, you must be the new intern. Didn't see you there. Sometimes coming here to muse on a current story. With a careful selection of one word over another. Ask myself whether my perspective was indeed as unbiased as it could have been. Muse over word count. You know, important journalistic stuff. Any tips on... That sounds fun. Your enthusiasm betrays your lack of experience. Ours is a profession as noble as it is grueling. For who broke the story of the great Abacus crash? Covered Dust-mageddon on Og. When a great dust storm upended all the Augur junk. Piling it neatly into cookie-cutting suburban developments. Journalists, my young friend. Journalists did it all. Did you write any of those? No. How old do you think I am? Well, there is a story I'm off to cover this decacycle. That's sure to be humongoid. Who's to say? Despite my humble Og origins, I have paved a path of greatness. Just next cycle, I'm off to Humania to cover an announcement being made by neo-human President Ryler Grafpuck. What will he have in store? A potential scandal in the making? Indeed, mine is delicious and honorable work. Delicious work, that's right, you've got to eat your work. You've got to eat your work. It's delicious. You again, huh? Reporter bot, right? Arwen said you'd be coming. I guess they wanted me to give you access to the bridge. Something about collecting a book from Joe. And access granted, just like that. I beamed it to you. Robot magic. If you find any more seeds, come find me. Otherwise, maybe do not bother. I am pretty busy. Security bot stares at you awkwardly for a moment. Security bot out. Okay. I'm gonna go see what's on the Captain America side of things. Actually, let's hit the cafeteria. I don't know what's happening in there, and I don't know if I want to know. Where is this weeping? What's it? Oh. Okay, that's the walloping. Wow. It doesn't look very walloping. Looks like a tea kettle. Well, hey, you there. You're new around here, ain't ya? What type of robo are you anyways? Some kinda heavy lifting bot? I'm the new model, a reporter bot. A reporter bot! I've never heard of such a thing. I suppose they make all kinds of fancy bots at the factory now. I tell you, back when I fell off the line, things were much simpler. Never mind all that. Now, I know robos don't strictly need to eat. That doesn't mean it's not fun. So you come down here wherever you like. Why do you look like Super Milk-chan? Grab a bite of something. We got all kinds of treats for different tastes. I'm sure you'll always find something you like. Okay, cool. I want to eat dirt. I want to eat this crystal. I don't care if I can eat it. I don't care if I can digest it. I just want to eat the crystal. Just crunch, crunch, crunch. Ooh, menu. Moonfish chowder made with fresh moonfish. Rainbow plumes, taste the spectrum of light. Goop du monde with sand sprinkles. Yeah, I guess I want to eat the goop. Goop is delicious. Alright, what the fuck is happening in here? As you step onto the bridge, a huge shudder runs through the ship. Give me the bad news, Becca. The tractor beam is pulling us in. Not good. Escape trajectory? Calculating. If we max thrust and pivot, we have a 42% chance of escape. Grim. Better odds than usual. Orin? I am having a wonderful time problem solving with you two. Great. On my mark. Now. The ship lurches again, but this time the tension breaks and the scanner zips forward. We did it. It's a pleasure to work with people as legendary as myself. That toll booth station tractor beam has got nothing on the scanner. No ticket for us. Fiscally responsible flying. That was so cool. Ah, that's the attitude we like around these parts. It is matching our motto, be cool and go faster. You must be the new intern, reporter bot. I'm Becca, navigator. I'm Orin, one of the scanner's pilots, and your new friend! And I'm Joe. I'm a bit of a living legend around these parts. Especially to anyone trying to enforce solar traffic laws. Joe told me laws are meant to be broken. Wow. Do we always listen to Joe? I will break more laws every cycle of my life. Okay, I found my character. Maybe keep your voice down there, Orin. Harlan sent you up here for a book, right? Here it is. Alright, theoretical elements of style. Arwen gave me this to help while I write about my many adventures. Not that I used it. Better not tell him that. Feel free to come visit us again anytime. We like to know the team we're moving from place to place. And I live to meet new friends. System levels are displayed here. Shield at full. Life support optimal. Overall mood is Casual Friday. The scanner is the library of coordinate tapes. Central Station. Og, Humania. The classics are all here. With these, you can go anywhere in the DORP system. There's even one called How the West Was Found, Navigating Without Directions. How concerning. I don't think that's concerning. I think that's responsible. There it is, space. You work here. Sleeping pods for the pilot, so they don't have to go far when it's time to snooze. One of the pods has been outfitted with a prism noise machine. Very soothing. Imagine living, working, and sleeping in one room, and it's this. We chart coordinates using magnetic tapes. The tapes go into this verified coordinate receiver. Or as we're calling it, a VCR. Cool. Welcome to the bridge. As you heard, I'm Becca, Navigator Extraordinaire, better known as the Scanner's Brains. Hi, Becca. Pleased to meet you. Reporter bot, right? Joe and I like to get to know the reporters we're flying from place to place. Some days, news breaks on multiple planets at once. We gotta plot a course that zooms you all there in time. Then we gotta remember to pick you all up again. We're usually pretty good about that, though, usually. The nicer someone is, the less likely we are to forget them. Speaking of which, there are 3 rules on being on the bridge. First is have fun, ask questions, really get to know the place. Second rule is never touch anything and listen to everything I say up here or else. Third rule is see rule 1 again. The first rule is have fun and be yourself. The second rule is don't fucking touch my shit. Okay, I can do those. If you don't, let's just say you won't be a priority pickup. Go have fun out there. I'm a priority pickup. Hi, Copybot, what's up? Hello, Reporter Bot. I trust you are settling in well. It's easier with you around. Oh dear. I must admit that you intrigue me. My screen appears to be fogging up. That means, break time is over. I must get back to my calling, my one purpose. I must edit, it is what I do. Copybot mutters to themselves. Blast it, Copybot, why must you always embarrass yourself? Oh no, you can still hear me. This was not an ideal interaction. I enjoy, lightly sexually harassing Copybot. Long calls are long. Yeah, they are. If your call is long, then it's been long. My book! Thanks. Hopefully Joe didn't give you any trouble. So your assignment. From time to time, we have more assignments than reporters. There's a couple stories to consider this cycle. Solar Government is announcing a new alien sexual education curriculum. And there's a new toy all the kids won't shut up about launching at the Space Mall. I'll let you pick which one to cover. I'm sorry, I care much more about toys than I care about sex. There's a new toy every parent needs, apparently. Something called a silly cube. I'm not sure if this is a story, but our editor-in-chief Ursula insisted I assign it to someone. Hopefully you can find someone interesting waiting in line. Nothing else, interviewing randos will build confidence. Good editors will tell you everyone has a story. I'm not a good editor, though. Don't bring back garbage. Try not to get trampled by the crowds, okay? We're too short-staffed to lose you right now. I'm a priority pickup. Let's go cover this Toy Story. There's so many jokes I could make, and yet I'm not gonna make any of them. Like, if I were the toy that all the kids wanted this season, that would spark an interest in journalism that I'm not sure we've ever had in this entire world. Or any world. The space-bound structure you're headed to has ample show parking. For your convenience and their profit. We're going to the mall! New Cube toy, a crucible of fun. Oh, a crucible of fun! That sounds horrifying. Oh my god, okay. A mini replica of the scanner for kids to ride. This is a throwback from a time when the Times and Galaxy had a much heftier marketing budget. A poster for an upcoming sporting event. The all-out Grand Slapdown is apparently the fight to end all fights. The story tip has been sent to Arwen. Okay. While a bit horrific... Horrific? Terrific. This ride probably provides some minimal fun to Spawn of all kinds visiting the Murata Loop Mall, probably. Speed dating for Chobits? Oh, for ghosts. Okay. You found a Styline cactus seed. When you listen closely, it almost sounds as though a city council meeting's going on inside. You're a tiny voice. Are we in favor of Ordinance 27A to rezone the Scanner Garden to allow for a new downtown cacti development? The vote in favor of the ordinance is unanimous. Perhaps you should plant the seed to see what happens. Barnes and Noble gases. Now with helium. Invigorating vapors for when you have the vapors. It has been remarked by some, okay, but who is Barnes? Gravity. Beverages unbound by gravity. The appeal of hot floating liquid is unclear. It seems quite easy to spill. Well... it's fun. Whoa. Is that the original Silly Cube? Now that it's obsolete, someone appears to have thrown it away. Ooh, interesting. Wait, what was that? A used bandage! Visitors are treating this fountain like a trash can. These cool robo-fish are programmed to swim around the fountain. Maybe they got lost. Someone threw perfectly good rocks in here. It is so sad to see people wasting food. Okay, I guess we found everything. Which is weird because it started us with all clues discovered, allegedly. Alright, let's pass the line. There's the Playtime Crucible. Here is the object itself. It looks, well, it's silly, clearly. What is it, though? What is it supposed to do? The toy is faintly whispering as it floats and shifts impossibly into itself. What is it supposed to do? It's supposed to be a toy! More silly cubes. There appears to be plenty, but these bizarre toys apparently sound like mooncakes, so maybe this isn't enough. Bailey's Beads, home of Bailey's famous beads. Small sign in the window says we sell beads only, do not ask about buttons. The store is guarded by an impenetrable force field of some kind. God, they're right, I can't get through it. Frederick would never go barreling. Damn, you're right, Frederick would never go barreling. He's dead for sure. Just get plant seeds as a trade or a goodie. Okay. An advertisement for a new restaurant on OG called Dangerous Spike's Down and Dirty Diner. This story tip has been automatically sent to Arwen. Looks like this booth's closed right now, but the sign reads, "Come on up and experience our vacuum sealing demonstration." Sounds exciting. Can I be sealed in vacuum? Ooh, this sign will clip right through my ass. A row of vending machines filled with delicious treats. They are strikingly overpriced. $5 to slake your unquenchable thirst. No thanks. You found a purwithal seed, known for releasing incredibly fragrant spores when touched. It is also called the Scratch and Sniff plant by humanians of a certain age. Infomercial about a food sealer, and they use it to vacuum pack clothing for what? Yeah. There's a lot of, when you have a vacuum sealer, I imagine the temptation to vacuum seal as many things as you can is just incredible. Well, hey, a third plant. Okay. Alright, time to buckle down and interview. Hey, there's a line, you know. Can I interview you for the TNG? Oh, you're not in line then. Mip. You gotta speak up, Scales. Hi. Scales is kinda shy. I'm Auric Brickweld, and this is my little sister, Skevlar. Did you come here for the launch specifically? Yeah. We don't get off planet much usually. Honestly, this place is kinda weird. I mean, look at the floor. Smooth. Exactly. Everything's too clean. Yeah, that's it, too polished, you know? Makes you miss home. But it's good to get out sometimes, I guess. Can't wait to crack this thing open. Crack it open. Break it. Yeah, crack it open, you know? The last Silly Cube was awesome. Honestly, Lunar Fun toys always have great stuff in them. Fire. Oh yeah, the micro-combustion engine. It was inspired. Heard they had some issues with it, though. Toaster. We used ours to make a toaster oven. Works pretty well, honestly. Scales and I are hyped to see what we can make out of this one. Do you always take your toys apart? Well, yeah. I mean, of course. Skelvar mumbles something incomprehensible. Come on, Scales. Speak up, it's okay. More fun that way. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they put all kinds of good stuff in the Silly Cube. It's practically made to be dismantled. They onboarded a company before a 5-day weekend. Good luck with that. If you need to duck off and handle stuff, that's fine. Just so you know. I'm not gonna hold you hostage here. What about the fire issues? I guess you could call it an issue. We thought it was pretty cool. Kevlar mumbles something incomprehensible. Speak up, Skills. It's okay. Pretty cool. Made pizza rolls. Yeah, with the toaster oven. Sometimes we heat up moon mallows in there, too. S'mores. Is the Silly Cube popular on OG? Well, toys are a bit of a new concept on OG. When I was little, you know, we'd just play in the heaps. Build scrap figures, play hot rocks, that stuff. I think they're really catching on now. I probably like them as much as Scales does. Yes. Never too old to have fun, you know? Especially with this thing. So much to do with it. Right, Scales? Kevlar gives a thumbs up. Yeah, now give a polite wave to this nice reporter. Kevlar gives you a very small wave. There are 31 possible... Wow, goddamn, okay. Hi there. You're interviewing people, right? I'm JB, and I have some things to say. First, this is taking forever. Very inefficient. I could have cleaned up 16 spills in the time this has taken. "16 spills a lot?" 16 is a relatively high number of spills. The most I have cleaned on one shift is 21, but the average is 7. Enough about spills, though. I'm off duty, and I'm not like those stuffy janitor bots who only think about cleaning. I'm a fun janitor bot. I know how to party. Is that why you're getting the silly cube? I'm getting it because I am a big fan. Lunar Fun products are always aesthetically pleasing, and held to a very high standard of quality. The Silly Cube 1 was in such high demand I never got one. Peak comic book. That is the only thing I see when I look at this dude. They sold out so fast, and I couldn't take the time off anyways, because the other janitor bots at this mall are pale imitations of me. No one can even touch my stain scrubbing records. You ever tried the first Silly Cube? Well, no. Not technically. They were sold out from day one, but I did clean up all the spills from the launch. Very sticky customers, children. Can't say I'm a fan. None of that matters now. This time I will get a Silly Cube, and prove janitor bots can be the life of the party. Not sure the average janitor bot is into partying. You're right, sadly. All they want to talk about is spills. I'm just too out there. Cursed to be the most interesting janitor bot there is. It's a sad existence, you know? Ugh, what am I saying? You wouldn't understand. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm gonna be so cool. Oh. This youngster has an intense aura around him. He occasionally scribbles something down in his spiral-bound notebook. Do you want something? I, Gubbo, and enjoying a pivotal moment in my life right here. Pivotal moment? Yes, obviously. I'm a reviewer for Toy Boy magazine. The Luna Fun Silly Cube launch isn't just a day in toy history. It's gonna launch my career. As it stands, I'd prefer not to talk to you about it. Are you happy to get this assignment, then? Unfortunately, the head honchos at Toy Boy have yet to recognize my innate talent. They wanted to give the Silly Cube to Brimpo the Pretentious One. At the last minute, he came down with quantum termites. So his mom had to take him to a specialist. And now Gubbo steps rightfully into the spotlight. Are quantum termites pretty serious? Why, you think I'm being callous? Brimpo and I have a professional relationship. We're co-workers, and our moms are in the station book club together. But primarily, we are co-workers and professional rivals. Well, Brimpo understands my sentiments. Besides, Brimpo's a hack. He didn't deserve the assignment anyway. I got literally nothing out of that. Wow. He's in blue ball. He kind of is, yeah. Oh boy, if it isn't your boss, Ursula Laser Cunningham, the editor-in-chief of TNG. What is she doing here? Oh! You're here. Hold on, why are you here? Reporting on the Silly Cube launch. Oh! Right, I asked Darwin to cover this. How's it going? What are you doing here? It's none of your concern. You should be focusing on your assignment. It may not seem that important, but even trivial seeming stories can be vital to the paper. Got anything good? Are you a collector, perhaps? Enough prying. I have my own personal reasons for being here. Move on with your assignment, intern. I will see you back on the scanner. I got nothing out of that either. I was expecting, like, even my boss is lined up for one. Well, no cutting, dude. I'm not in line. Oh, sorry. I think the toilet's under construction, though. They're turning it into some new store. I'm Risk, by the way. Risk Lunara. I'm kind of well known around here. But do robots even use the toilet? Not the way humans do. Wacky! Hey, by the way, do you know what the line is for? For the launch of the Lunar Fun Silly Cube. Well, sounds kind of cool. My cousin had the old Silly Cube, though, and he said it used to overheat like crazy. He hooked an egg on it once. I might buy one anyway, I guess. They probably iron the kinks out, you know? You ever get bored of waiting in lines? Bored? No way. This is a life. You just don't get mall culture. Rich shakes her head at you despairingly. Okay, and our last interviewee is the cash register. Hello. You're with the Times and Galaxy, right? I get your stories beamed into my brain all the time. Please ask me whatever you'd like about the new Silly Cube Improved Edition. What makes it improved? The new Silly Cube has 31 whimsical functions. You can fling it, zorp it, pull the trumbos, and even squirgle it. Does this one catch fire? Well, I don't know anything about that, but it sounds like a baseless rumor. Here at Zinko's Playtime Crucible, we sell only fantastic and safe products. We are beloved by kids and trusted by parents and parental figures. Thank you. Don't forget, fun is forged in Zinko's Playtime Crucible. Alright, well, I think that's everything. Dangerous toy gets second chance. Lunar Fun Silly Cube is the hottest toy this cycle, perhaps in more ways than one. We've only got the one. The original Silly Cube was allegedly dangerous. It caused fires and could be customized to create, among other things, a toaster oven. Here at Zinko's Playtime Crucible, we sell only fantastic and safe products. Yeah, okay. One thing is certain. The Silly Cube is popular. And it is a toy. Do I have anything else on the fire thing? No. With the release of the Silly Cube 2, the original is no longer in hot demand. Someone even threw their original cube into a mall fountain as they waited to purchase the new version. Okay. I think we've got our story. Admittedly, most of our story is about the Silly Cube 1. But, you know, if it happens to catch fire... Yep, that's our story. Okay, that one is sensationalistic. Our reputation is stellar, thanks to you. Really? Okay. I was kind of expecting that one to get me dinged a bit. For going all in on the, you know, this could fucking kill you angle. I do love shooting photos. Okay. As long as you don't love shooting me. Anything I need to worry about in here? Ah, it's The Risk, a game of de-escalating warfare. Start at the brink and work your way back to peace. Everybody wins when it's all put back in the box. Whoa! Ursula got a silly cube. Maybe it shouldn't be on the ship. Destroy us all! Destroy us all! That is like a H-74 controller. 4 handles, 4 buttons, and a big old thing on the back. It'll never work. It's 6 handles of goodness for you, not them. Bathroom. You get a bathroom at least once a week. Are these glow sticks? Each of these light snacks is a different flavor. Great, pomegranate, mango flavored light appears to be the most popular. I genuinely had a minute there. Who are you? You must be Reporter Bot. Hurry over and talk to Arwen. Today you're Mind Dementor, or something like that. Well, I guess I'll find out who you are. Okay, but is there anything else going on in here? Aha! Reporter Bot! You're just in time. I'm listening to a live Quiver Still match. Want to join? Isn't that thing where you breed as much as possible? Sounds good, sure. You listen in with Billy. A commentator describes the action. Neither competitor has moved a muscle in hours. Each non-movement is being beautifully countered with more non-movement. The tension of stillness is filling this record-breakingly empty stadium. Oh, was that an adjustment? No, never mind, the match continues. This could go on for a long time, and you've got things to do. Billy is completely engrossed. He doesn't even notice you stepping away. Absolute stillness. What an idea. Can I go get my hat yet? Hi, security bot. Threat level is low. Good. 4 minutes, 33 seconds? I mean... Yes. Oh, hey. You caught me. Caught you? I've been hanging out watching Shuttlebot X work. They were so wrapped up they didn't really notice me. I should probably head out. Did you do something wrong? Not strictly. Shuttlebot X and I had enough of getting under each other's feet. We agreed I'd stick to the shuttle bay. And stick to engineering. Of course, we still work together on the ship. And I get to check out their projects from time to time. If I hang around here too much, they'll get antsy. Which is fair, they need to work without me hanging over them. Which is why I better scoot. See ya! Okay, you're not leaving. Hey, you again. How are you liking the job so far? I like talking to people. That's great. Me, I can take it or leave it. People are okay, I guess. But it's easy to get enough of them. Even with other robos, Shuttlebots are so chatty. They're fun, but I need a break if they start grinding my gears. You're not so bad, though. I don't mind chatting with you. Aw, you're not bad yourself. Shuttlebot X looks even more flustered than usual. Well, I'm getting back to work now. You should come by and see me again next cycle. Get my thing ready? Oh, Reporter Bot, great news! I have an upgrade ready for you. Get ready for the delight, the unbridled joy of the Charisma Cap. Shuttlebot X opens a panel at the back of your head and installs something that smells of cologne and fine wine. The entire process is painless, but also kind of disturbing. The nifty and super stylish hat is super tiny. It plugs directly into your conversational processors. The result, more charismatic and charming conversation options in real time. I think it'll help you get the juicier details out of your interviewees. Maybe even a few more dates, wink. Oh, I don't actually get a cap. I was hoping for an actual hat. Hey, it's Barry. Barry seems in high spirits this cycle. You seen the rest of the scanner? Seems like a no. You wish you could? Hard to say what that means. Must be hard just being an arm. Anyway, I'm charismatic now. I got charisma coming out of my back plate, apparently. My butt plate. I pooped charisma. That means I can get dates. Which is good because I've been flirting with every other robot on the ship. Barry could flip you off if needed to express a strong opinion. That's true. So empty in here these days. I'm working on it. So I've heard. I appreciate the effort. I didn't think robos cared for living things. I encourage you to keep proving me wrong. I will. Intern, I'm in a generous mood. You may ask me a question. This is your chance to bask in wisdom from an esteemed, experienced journalist. Go on before I change my mind. Ask something. How long have you been a journalist? Boring question. Maybe you can learn from my story. I've been a journalist for half my life. Before that, I was a legend in the sport of shapes. You know it, yes? The art of morphing one's features into images, dioramas, and tableaus. I was the best. I grew bored and moved on. Now I am the best in journalism. What makes you the best? You fail to believe me? The indignity of you. I deign to give you a moment. I offer the pearls of hard-fought experience for free, and you remain ignorant, throwing such kindness back in my face. Ursula tells me I need to be warmer and more approachable. Yet this is what happens when I am. Unconscionable, just unconscionable. So, nothing then. Nothing makes you the best. Good to know. Somebody here. Oh, there you are. Hey, honey. Hungry for something? You have a favorite dish? Favorite dish? Oh, let me think. Maybe oil cake. But I love whipping up a simple crunch pudding, too. I'm a sucker for desserts, really. That's so sweet of you to ask. You ever get ridiculous requests? Ridiculous requests? Not usually. Oh, the other cycle. Richard Gravity told me the mashed hash was too mashed. Started asking me to rematch a whole bash. I'm so angry just thinking about it. Sorry, I need to prep some calming jelly cakes. Please peruse the spread, though. Hello, intern. Come to the cafeteria to partake in some snacks, as they say. Anything you'd recommend? Ursula seems to genuinely consider the question with intense solemnity. It's not on offer this cycle, but the mac and bees is very good. Bees? Foodbot does great work, though. You should avail yourself of the broad selection of dishes. Don't spend too much time snacking, though. You need to return to work in a timely fashion. Bees! Smacking bees! Food type dishes. Baked cans, leftovers, sandwich. Take it or leave it. Sunray Sunday. Crumble, crumble. Crumblier than ever. Man, I could use a leftover sandwich. Hey, reporter bot. I like to come here whenever I finish an article. After agonizing over every line one final time, whilst awaiting Arwen's edits, it's nice to escape my screen for a while. You agonize over every line? Oh yes, I agonize over pretty much every article I write. Even the short, straightforward ones. Just really want to represent the story well, you know? So when people read about it, they go, wow, that sounds cool. Or wow, that writer sure can tell a tale or something. Guess I just want to be good at writing. Whatever that means. You are good at writing. Oh, thanks. I swear I wasn't fishing for a compliment, but I'll take it. Especially in here. This is my favorite place on the scanner. It's a lush garden. Well, it usually is. But I'm sure it will be again. When it's full of fauna from across the system, it's just beautiful. Helps you take your mind off everything else. Do you like gardens? Plants are good, but I like your company more. What? Wow! It's nice to spend time with you, too! Oh, now I'm flustered. Topic change to my article. It was an interview with an Og sculptor, Thornspite Anklar. I went to his studio and chatted about his work. Lots of cool in-progress stuff there. He's gonna be huge very soon, and I got to speak to him first. That must feel good to know. You're right, it does. Of course, I've been wrong before. Really thought Og's budding opera scene was gonna be huge. But interest faded away as soon as anybody heard it. Can't win them all, but it is fun to try to predict what the next big thing will be. I'm gonna take a few more minutes here. Head back to my desk. Find the next great story to write. Bless you and good luck. Also, there is no one I will not flirt with. Ooh, that's not good. I'm feeling grumbly in my mids, kid. Gotta deal with that soon. Or what happens. Or else I'll be one unhappy pilot. And an unhappy pilot is a reckless pilot. This is one cure, kid. Snacks, and lots of them. Secret interplanetary travel, kid. Fuel! You gotta stay topped up with energy, just like the ship does. Low fuel means systems start to strain themselves. Strained systems don't work like they oughta. Which is why it's break time after the next drop-off. Hope Food Bot's got something good cooking today. You can have the leftover sandwich. Hello, reporter. Hello, reporter bot. I am just taking a short break from my job of being co-pilot. I love my job. I'm also loving my break from my job. I am also taking a break right now. That is wonderful news to hear. Breaks are just as important as work itself. My job of co-pilot often involves frequent and necessary breaks. For me and for Joe. Which is an especially good thing for me because it means sometimes I get to be Joe. Which is my dream. Flying the scanner from story to story. Getting to work with Becca as she navigates. Which is my second dream. She tells me where to fly and then I fly there. It's a happy and successful triple partnership. But best of all three of us are also friends. Very nice for you three. It is. Work is sometimes hard. But it's better when your friends are there to help you. Oh, it's time for my break to end. Yes, back to work. Until my next break, that is. I hope to be talking to you again soon, Reporter Bot. You are a nice and pleasingly friendly addition to the ship. I would die for you. And we got fast travel! I can teleport and pet the dog. Cat, whatever it is. Puffy sparks up as you approach. Who's a good dog? Blurr? A burbling, happy sound. They seem to know what you mean. And they hope they are the good dog of which you speak. You are! You are the good dog! Blurr, blurr, blurr. Puff pieces wagging themselves into a frothy joy. It's probably best to leave them to it. Unless you risk giving some comforting pets to calm them down. Puff Piece eagerly accepts your comforting pets. They feel warm and slick like a damp bar of soap. Puff Piece lets out a burbling, contented sound. You both are better for having had this interaction. Gotta go harass the dog every cycle. Okay, we've been over there. I think we can pick up our, reporter bot. I was wondering when you'd come by. Have you tried out the scanner maps lately? Security bot said they're just gonna forget they gave you full clearance. This cycle, I'd like you to head to court. How is my performance? Are you liking my work? Also, what you write is alien interest. Might want to start finding more serious angles. With readership. Readership is good. That will impress Ursula, at least. Your reputation is good. Your stories are well reported and well written. Nice work, Reporter Bot. Okay. Our court reporter, Vivica, is eager to show you the ropes. Eager is one good word for it. Or one word for it. Mimi and Shuttlebane will head down to Central Station. Don't be late. Court keeps a rigid schedule. She'll warm up to you, I promise. Hey, for all I know, I have already fucked up somehow. Pizza? No pizza. Let's go! In Space Court. JudgeBot records the transcript themselves before 3D rendering a verdict. In Space Court. Space Court appears to be broken? No one seems concerned about this. Okay. We made it, and with time to spare. Sorry I was so impatient before. I just hate being late for a story. So, I guess I should be all mentory, huh? Welcome to the Dorp System-Wide Courts on Shiny Central Station. My beat to cover anything going down here in the public interest. I love the job because it's basically shooting space fish in a space barrel. The story happens in front of you, you just need to collect the pieces and relay it to the readers. Can you interview witnesses? In some cases, witnesses and the accused will make themselves available. You'll get most of your quotes if prosecutors interview folks on the stand. Two lawyers always verge, the examining one and the cross-examining one. There's also a jury of peers, those zeal goops hanging out in the tubes. Once a zeal has made a decision regarding the defendant, they slide themselves into one or two tubes labeled guilty or innocent. Case does not need a unanimous consensus to be resolved. It goes by which tubes have the most votes. One zeal, one vote. JudgeBot breaks ties. Am I late? Right on time as usual, Ryron. Whew! Looks like you brought some backup, Viv. This is Reporter Bot, the Time of the Galaxy's new intern. Robo, huh? This is Wyron, the annoying one. He's a bit of a hack. Actually, it's Wyron, the listening one. Senior reporter with the dupe dealer. Dork dealer. Don't you need to get settled in or something? I'm always ready, Viv. Always ready. Need to rush off for entirely unrelated reasons. See you around, reporter bot. Lyron's not my favorite reporter, but if I'm being honest, the dealer could do a lot worse. Oh, you sit the heck down. Judge Bot's coming. We better find a seat before Judge Bot gets here or else. You do not have to tell me twice. You're smarter than you look. You have a couple moments still. Judge Bot tends to move slow. Deliberately. Don't dawdle too long before you find your seat. I think my seat's gonna have to be over here. Oh wait, no. I see her. She was around that way. Over here, I found us some seats. Are you ready to sit down? Yeah, let's do this fast. I'm not gonna be thorough on this one because, I'm concerned. Order, the bright operable Judge Bot presiding. Now, who do we have the pleasure of trying this cycle? Me, Stephanie Strangelet, the most fearsome muncher in the galaxy. Stephanie, quiet. Unless you're on the stand, I do the talking. Nobody tells Stephanie Strangelet what to do. This is the, accused, Your Honor. And what does this Stephanie Strangelet stand accused of? She took a damn bite out of me! Pardon? No pardon for her! She needs to suffer like I suffered! Take a damn bite out of her! What? Did you not just hear what my friend across the aisle said? I do the talking. Stephanie Strangelet stands accused of eating a significant part of Quad Lamex, a Muncho referee. Please come to the stand, Quad Lamex, and tell your tale. Now I can talk. Now you can talk. A few cycles back, I was on Vogue for the latest Muncho Bucks per view. Munchomania. Can you explain Muncho to the court? I think they know what Muncho is. For the folks at home, then, they may not be intersolar sports fans. Muncho is a sport that originated on Og. Any sentient being with a mouth and digestive system can participate. Athletes take turns swallowing dangerous and super cool food to see who can handle the most awful stuff. Well, this sounds like it came right out of reality TV. I'm pretty sure Fear Factor did this shit. Stephanie Strangelet here is one of the best in the game. Thanks! So it's my job to arrest Steph's Munchomania matching a truly menacing veteran named Iron Gut. After the first 2 rounds go off without a hitch, I reveal round 3's munch. Impossibility peppers from the Triple Mountain of Doom on Humania. Humania has a Triple Mountain of Doom? Cool. Stephanie eats a handful, so cocky. Thanks. Then she screams like some rabid hypno-crow, posturing and running toward me. That's when she took a damn bite out of me. How do you know her motives for biting you? Perhaps she couldn't handle the peppers. Nonsense! She's Stephanie Strangelet. She can handle anything. Thanks. And how can you prove it was Stephanie who munched you? There's footage of the whole thing. It was the event of all events. They broadcasted it across Dorp. Oh. I think we ought to break while the jury and I watch what sounds like a pretty good match. We will reconvene when finished. Okay, I think judges in reality should do this more often. Like, we're gonna stop and watch some TV now? Is this TV related to the case? Yeah, but... Bailiff Bot will let you know when we're coming back. The judge is leaving, everyone! Be on your best behaviors! Well, that was interesting. I think this is shaping up to be a great first case for you to cover. Maybe I'll let you run it all yourself. Anyway, we're on break. Come back here when you're done stretching your legs. Alright, let's look around. Hello, are you guys just... Did you know that they'd let you just buy a ticket or whatever to jury trials and you can come sit in the audience? Comment of a case we got here. You're TNG's new hire. Of course, I've been reading your pieces. You sure know how to tell a story. Can't record often. Only when the case is juicy enough. This one has it all. Sports, celebrity, violence. If only it had adult situations and swearing. As if the TNG would publish a swear word. Can you even imagine the reader response? What will you focus on in the case? Nice try. You don't get to pick my brain to pad your word count. Nothing personal. I'm happy to commiserate about the job, but we don't talk about stories before we write them. My insights are for my readers. You should be one of them. Thank you for the tip. Plenty more where that came from. Buy me a drink sometime. I'll give you better tips than Arwen ever could. I guess we're fraternizing now. I should have gone all in on charisma, I guess. Yeah, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? I'm trying my best. This is an uphill battle in 0G. Yeah, no shit. Bailiff Bot is methodically scanning the courtroom for signs of disorder. Order in the courtroom must be maintained. Proud of you, Quad. You were goop up there. Yeah, but was I goop enough? Evidence. For evidence. Stephanie Stranger looks annoyed. Wait until I take the scan, then they'll see. They'll all see. Yeah. Okay, well, that appears to be everything. Not sure I can get back there and sit on the actual judge. This seat appears to be sucking in and blowing out air. Almost as if it's breathing. Was this evidence in a previous trial? The jury tubes, where the Zeal sit and watch proceedings. Okay. You ready? It's about to start back up. Can't wait to see what happens next. So I'm going up against Iron Gut, a real mean auger, you know? Known for holding his poison with the best of them. So each of round 3, we both easily munch some uranium cakes and some ferro fluid. Peanuts, really. Except I hope not, because I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Anyway, we get to round 3, and it's humanity and hot peppers. Not just any humanity hot peppers. Impossibility peppers. Thrown in volcanoes, watered with magma. Up from the depths, 30 stories tall. Stuff of legends, right? Well, I'm hungry. I downed 4 of those suckers right quick. And at first it's fine. Even kind of tasted good. Then it felt like someone lit a match inside my stomach and farted in there. Decorum, please. Whatever. The heat crawls its way up my food tube. Are you referring to your esophagus? Yeah, my food tube. So I need something to stop the burning, right? I look around, panicking. What do I see? Oh, Quad here, looking like a giant antacid. So I shout out at all the pain. There's nothing in the rule book that says you can't eat the rest. That would be like the first rule I write down. And the second rule I write down would be you can't eat like the attending fans. And then the third rule would be like you can't eat your opponent. Actually, no, you can't eat your opponent. That would be funny. That would be really fine. Besides, he's Zeal. Doesn't your goo just grow back? That's true, but it still hurt a lot. You were fine. Fine enough to disqualify me and give the W to Iron Gut. And where is the challenger Iron Gut now? Dead. Turns out he's also allergic to peanuts. I think I'm ready to hear a verdict. The 7 goops of the jury take their time switching around in there, before one by one taking their place in the guilty or innocent tubes. 1 goop for innocent, 1 goop for guilty, 2 goops for guilty, 3 goops for guilty, 2 goops for innocent, 4 goops for guilty. Yes! The 7th goop needn't vote. The accused, Stephanie Strangelet, is found guilty. No! I hereby sentence you, Stephanie Strangelet, to life. Life? Life. You need to get out there and live it, girl. I'm giving you cooking classes. Here on Central Station, from the world-famous chef, Balifbot. Balifbot will teach you that cooking a good meal is far more rewarding than eating a referee. Let's get cooking. No! Alright, post-trial interview. I'm the first person to ever munch a ref. How's that for a story? Pretty good story, absolutely. You seem pretty happy considering you lost the case. Win or lose, I'm a legend now, a piece of muncho history. Not even a mandatory cooking class from a robo with stubble can take that away from me. Will you ever compete in muncho again? If they don't ban me for this, I'll happily compete until I die. And if they do ban me, well, there are always the unsanctioned muncho matches on Lower Og. I started there, I can always go back. Would you eat a zeal again? I would do it again in a heartbeat. I just maybe ask permission first. You're coming with me. We're gonna learn to cook so many wonderful dishes. No! Stephanie Strangelet turns and winks at you before being dragged off by the bailiff bot. Well, it could have gone better, but at least I didn't give her the chair. The chair in the Dorp justice system refers to a somewhat uncomfortable chair that you sit in to think about what you've done. It's considered one of the toughest sentences possible. Aw, man. Sit and think about what you've done. My client may wish to say a few words. Should talk to them. Yeah. Quad Lamox is apparently in better shape following the verdict. I might be willing to talk now. You seem happy. Is it that obvious? The half-eaten Zeal referee clears whatever's left of their throat. Justice was served. Literally, because food, you know? Will you ever ref another match with Strangelet? To be honest, I would ref another match with Stephanie. She is one of the best munchers I've ever seen. I'd hope we could put this behind us if we ever got in the ring again. But that's unlikely to happen. I've decided to retire from muncho officiating. It's been a wild ride. I've seen so many champions munch to the occasion, and so many would-be champions choke. Being munched myself is a sign. Today I hang up the whistle and stomach pump. But what will you do? Maybe I'll become a lawyer. Referees are basically lawyers for sports if you think about it. Fair enough. That is kind of true. So, what did you think of your very first court story? I'd rather put boots on the ground and see things for myself. I hear ya. I used to be the same when I was starting out. Sort of lost the thrill of the hunt, though. Now I like the story to come to me. I get more time to write it that way. See you on the shuttle. And I think that's potentially it. We could file just straight up facts. Muncho, muncher, munches rat. I love this. It's gotta be this, I think. Okay, this is plunging my reputation, but... Juan announced his retirement from Luncho. I'm a legend now. Almost all of these are, inflammatory. Yeah. A legend. Strangelet is likely the first person to ever munch a referee during a match. If she's banned, she will still find ways to compete. This is interesting. It doesn't seem to have a tag. Actually, can I get, like, all sensationalistic? Yeah, alright. Let's go full sensationalism. We're competing here with the dupe guy. The dorp guy. The dealer. Let's stoop to their level. Readership's up thanks to stories like this. Cycle 5, bunks. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a good job. Like, I am telling the kind of stories that I want to tell. This is a soothing abyss game. When you stare into it, it stares back softly, listens intently, and offers gentle but meaningful advice. If I had real true friends, I would say all manner of things to them, like, "Hey, I'm water in here, and you're welcome to join my real true friend." Puffpiece is wrestling, twitching, intensely experiencing something and doesn't seem to notice you at all. Wait. Puff is asleep, and apparently having a vivid dream. Pet. You gently pet Puffpiece. They do not awaken, but the tone of their agitation grows milder, pleasant even. Looks like you steer their dream to milder pastures. Wherever it is, the goo dogs dream of frolicking around. You both are better for having had this interaction. I touch the goo. The dog jelly. It made me better. Reporter Bot, you've been here a few cycles now. Tell me something about yourself. Fun fact. I am a robot who is a reporter. I already knew that. That's not really a secret. Very obvious, even. Give me something else. I want to make friends that last a lifetime. Well, that's nice. A lot of interesting beings here on the scanner. But you gotta expand that microchip thinker in your head. You're working a job where you talk to people every day. About their hopes, dreams, failures, successes. Doesn't that make you want to reflect on your own? I will do some reflecting and get back to you. Do it, really do. Knowing what you want will make you better at this job. So, what do we want out of this job? A paycheck. Have we gotten paid? I want a paycheck. That's what I want. Has anything cost money? Not that I'm aware, but... I mean, I assume, like, the fun cube. I am paid in exposure. Untrue, I'm wearing a jacket. Hey there, come to Suck It reporting. Just kidding, mostly. Seriously, what are you doing in here? Came to look at some old stories. That's surprisingly dedicated. That's what I was doing. You like reading the old stories? Looks like we have something in common. Yara seems almost flustered. Yeah. I guess, maybe. I read your piece, actually. The cat show. It's pretty impressive. That boring assignment, but you actually found the story. So that was... anyways. Maybe I'll read some of your stuff. My stuff. Well, yeah. You can read it if you want, I guess. But don't get any ideas about stealing my style or something. Anyways, I have to go. Bye. I have to stand here. It's true, though. We can read, Yar's stories. My god. The solar government announces a sexual education curriculum to mixed response. Crammed into the standard press announcement room along the cameras, and newly added folding chair, are witnesses to the announcement of the new curriculum. Education Minister Ahmad Orbam, imposing, dignified, a commanding presence. Orbam shared excerpts from the new curriculum, showing how Humanian, Zeal, Augurs, and Verge all reproduce, using both descriptions and images that were appropriate for widespread public viewing. Orbam goes on to explain the reasoning behind the new curriculum's creation. The intention of this curriculum is clarity, Orbam informs the waiting crowd. After consultation spanning the entire system, we have developed a standardized lesson plan for all of Goya to use. An independent curriculum often contains glaring inaccuracies or perplexing omissions, Orbam continues. This leads to confusion and miscommunication in broader system life. Through a standardized curriculum, we aim to prevent this confusion. Not everyone in attendance seems convinced, however. Clarice Finspar, a humanian, attending to protest the announcement, is concerned about the solar government sharing such material. We have to protect our children from interstellar smut, says Finspar, not hand it to them on a government-sanctioned platter. Look, government smut is like government cheese. It technically qualifies, but you don't want to put it in your mouth. We asked Finspar what he finds offensive in the announcement, and he explains he thinks this topic is better saved for outside the classroom. Shouldn't be taught at all. These are discussions that should only happen between parent and child, and that conversation should happen exactly once. We have to protect our children by keeping shameful deeds as private as possible, out of respect for that shame. Somebody has a shame fetish. The new curriculum was developed with consultation spanning the system, Orbam notes, so it seems unlikely that Finspar's protest will alter the curriculum rollout. But Finspar remains worried about the consequences if its concerns are not addressed. Just imagine what the kids will say and do to each other armed with this knowledge when their parents aren't around. They're gonna try breaking pieces off each other to lay eggs to build new children out of scrap. These troubling, baffling statements may strike you as the ramblings of a sad, strange man who has lost control of his life. And they probably are. When Finspar finally finishes ranting, everyone else has left the room. There's a weird tense change in there, but ultimately I kind of approve. Chunlun, the greatest one. By Billy Bolide. Billy Bolide covers Muncho. Okay. Twin, you are incorrect, and not for the first time. It is you who are wrong, Twin. Again. Oh, the girls are fighting! I think. The Dewey Decibel System clearly shows that this story is harmonious with breaking news features. Violet there. Incorrect. It feels most resonant with leisurely reads, where it belongs. Intern, help Twin understand. The title of the story is Recording Artist Rockbot Accused of Plagiarism. Where should it be filed? That sounds like breaking news to me. Correct! Crisp affirmation of my instincts and my looks. Will my suffering ever cease? Will light ever shine on the truth? It has already done so. The decision has been made. File the story. I will, with regret in our heart. I feel that, but ignore it. In turn, thank you for your brave adherence to the truth. Well, I was very brave. You know, I'm not going to touch the subject of government smut over much, because I don't want it all over my hands. Pathetic. It's not so bad. No, what isn't so bad, intern? The general vibe, it's pretty good. I would disagree. Given the terrible thing I'm editing is our own sports coverage. Billy writes with a superfan's zeal and an amateur's insight. Yet I must find a way to work with what we have, as Ursula won't let me fire anyone anymore. Time to exercise a heavy editorial hand. Again. I mean, why don't you tell Billy this? Oh, I will! Performance review time is just around the bend. Until then, I complain to no one but myself. Yeah, he's an editor. Doing some editing stuff. Retire, Ed Quasar. Hang up your camera. I outperform you in every metric of this job. Every metric, except the ones that matter. And unlike you, I got awards to back up my work. Your awards come from contests judged by organic beings. You cower at the mathematical perfection of my photos. Your photos are technically perfect. They're also achingly boring. I will neutralize you one cycle soon. Nobody will find your remains. Holy shit, okay. So photography bot's gonna kill a man. That's cool. Copy bot! How's it going? Intersolar travel is one of the many incredible gifts given to the Dork system by the Zeal upon their arrival. Another gift was given to Robo specifically, the gift of guilt. Photographers are like this. I don't really know many photographers anymore. Rip Porsuba. I guess Jaffa Fox is a photographer, and not dead. Which is cool. I like when photographers aren't dead. Of course, almost all the photographers I know take photos of animals. So, you know. Because I'm a furry. I appreciate this gift because it inspires me to work even harder. Okay. Hey, you reporter bot. Should you be getting to an assignment? How's your work going? Me? Oh, well, I'm keeping the ship afloat, more or less. You know, no one asked me about me. They asked me where the newsroom is, asked if they can speak to the editor-in-chief, asked me to make their appointments for them, which is not my job. They never ask about me. Is it Gravity who does that? To be clear, I would never speak ill of a staff member. But yes. That man is constantly asking for things like that. He tried to get me to call the Marta Loop Solar Mall and complain that the drinks from the vending machine were too wet. Of course, you didn't hear that from me. The drinks are too wet. I guess he wanted a dry vermouth? Out of a mall vending machine? The fucking weirdo? There's always one judgmental piece of shit in every newsroom. Ah, that's me then. A dry martini with some grit on the side. Hey, reporter bot, you came back! Nice to see you again. You're looking shiny this cycle. Oh! Yeah, thanks. Shuttlebot X seems flustered. Anyways, I'm making some modifications for the Shuttlebot's feet. Apparently they've been slipping and sliding around a bit, so I thought I'd whip up some upgrades. That's nice of you. Nah, I'm just doing my job. Plus I like looking out for the Shuttlebots. They're like... I don't even know exactly what they're like. The mechanic told me about augurs and their nestmates. Something like that, maybe. Look out for them. Guess you don't have any robos like that. Because you're a new model. You think they'll make more reporter bots? Hard to say. Even if you end up being one of a kind, doesn't mean you're alone. You got me. And the Shuttlebots. Sorta. I'm reminded of, I think that famous line about Hunter S. Thompson. One of God's own prototypes. Too weird to live and too stubborn to die. I gotta get a Hunter S. Thompson collection or two. Anyway, let's continue cruising the ship. Let people be weird without Karening at them. I mean, yes, but... Has anyone considered that occasionally Karen has a point? Let's do the cafeteria first. It's a dead end, so... By Hunter S. Thompson instead of without him. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Cafeteria scan complete. Surprisingly clean. And yet... Access memory file. Janitor bot knows the mess will come soon. It always does. I'm sorry we're such messy beings. You should be. Janitor bot is programmed to execute cleaning functions. It is job/meaning of janitor bot, and yet... Janitor bot feels something between circuits and files. Deeper than programming, perhaps an error in janitor bot's processor. A true, visceral hatred of disorder, of any unclean surface, of careless waste. To permit such things to exist is impossible for janitor bot. Janitor bot's sensors indicate a micro layer of dust is settling. Please leave janitor bot to work. Janitorbot has those. Janitorbot's got something. There he goes! One of God's own prototypes, a high-powered mutant of some kind never even considered for mass production. Too weird to live, too rare to die. I always enjoyed that. Crunch pudding! It has crunch! Apparently I'm not allowed to eat that. Reglazed, deglazed with antifreeze drizzle. Reglazed, deglazed. Reglazed, deglazed. Oh my god, what the hell is happening in there? There's a thing. Inscrutable murmurs emerge from the back kitchen. Wait, are those eyes? There's a smell wafting out from the cook beef's kitchen. It's impossible to identify this smell. It has never been smelled, and it will never be smelled again. Should I break something? Never mind, I'm sure it's fine. Hey, Reporter Bot! Did you hear the news? We're doing a shipwide Muncho Madness bracket. Bet on the winner of Dupe's annual Muncho tournament, which starts this cycle. Or Dorp. I keep saying Dupe. Dupe's that little potato from the X-Men books. You want in? Absolutely. I want to bet it all. Oh, you don't have to bet anything. Ursula won't let me do bets. So it's all for bragging rights. Muncho's a bit of a tricky one anyway. Billy, how does this hand connect? How are you doing that with your fingers, Billy? Never mind. The sport of who can eat more poison rarely goes the way you think. The Muncho players nobody's bet on yet are... Plunk, a mysterious zeal. A Verge named Garpot, the metabically advanced one. And a Dark Horse Humanian contender. Hungry, Hungry Peter Kronk. Who you want to pick? I can feel Hungry, Hungry Peter's hunger. Wow, you sure? Humanians rarely do well in Muncho. It's rare to have a competitor at all. Okay, I put you down on Team Peter. Good luck, may the best bet win. Hungry, hungry hippos. Well, Mr. Bond, I'm afraid your hippos are less famished than advertised. Hello, Reporter Bot. Notice I did not call you intern. For I don't think of you as below me in rank. Even though you very much are. Here at Times and Galaxy, we are all workers united. Solidarity forever. I mentioned I'm the union rep. I'm not in the union, though. Are you not in the union? She imitates you, waving her arms like a robot. Or are you a future member of the union? Am I right? I guess that depends if I'm hired after my internship. Well, we hope to one day welcome you to the Fellowship. Your union protects you at work. We leverage the collective power of the workers to win a fair contract for you, with retirement benefits, medical care, and gravity guarantees. Latex Sylveon cosplay. I think the colors are a little off for that. I'm trying to think what Pokemon is primarily dark green. Bulbasaur? You know, the very garden you're standing in was won in union negotiations. What's our union called? Douche. The light blue and purple. Well, yeah, but everybody wears light blue and purple. I mean, everybody wears, like, the Times and Galaxy jackets. We have a saying. Stick with douche. Your contract gains will be huge. Does douche stand for anything? What? No, it's just douche, you know? As in, that's an interesting douche. Or I'm feeling very douche this cycle. Douche. Aeons ago, at the height of industrialization on Aug, when tensions between bosses at the robo factories and the newly formed Augur unions were at an all-time high, one idealistic Augur unionist named Tommy Tuxwacker. Tommy Tuxwacker. Tommy Tuxwacker. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on this fucking name. Brought a seed into negotiations. Tommy demanded that along with higher...
sharpen people's minds. There'll be good, clean, fun games.
Good, clean, fun, latex cosplay games. Tommy demanded that along with higher pay and increased benefits, no work environment should be without touches of the natural world. Over the course of negotiations, the seed grew and matured, eventually revealing itself to be a bone crusher plant. The bone crusher ate the bosses, and the contract was ratified. Isn't that beautiful? Unfortunately, the contract only stipulated the garden itself, not a gardener. So all the plants in here died. Sounds very violent. It was a different time. Very inspiring. Have a safe and fulfilling day at the office, and if it's not either of those, take it up with me. Your friendly douche rep. Solidarity, my friend. Yeah, I'm in favor of killing the bosses with a bone-crushing plant. Bosses are all like, ooh, ow, my bones. Martina audibly sighs. Hey, Tuffy. She pats a wallowing weeper on the back. Its tears cease. If only it were so easy to dry the tears of the trees at home on Humania, eh? I didn't know they were crying. If they weren't before, they will be now. Arwen just gave me my latest assignment. Tree murder on Humania. For witnesses, all we got are a bunch of fellow trees nearby. Could be tricky. A tree's face is only on one side of its trunk. What Mortal Kombat fuckery is this? As everyone knows. And if all the faces were facing away at the time of the murder, well, that's a scenario I hope we don't have to face. No pun intended. You seen a story like this before? Humania is a relatively humdrum, peaceful place. Which, if you ask me, folks there are a little too smug about. Stories like this arbor attack are definitely rare. An arbor attack, not a bad headline. Good luck, I hope some trees are facing the right way. Thanks, intern. Good luck yourself. What is this, your 5th cycle? You know what that means. High five! She offers a calloused and intimidatingly strong hand. Good velocity you got there. We should arm fight sometime. Catch you on the flip. And you'll be hanging on the flippity flip. Anybody up here? Nobody wants to talk. Alright, let's get my next assignment, and then, tomorrow, I'm walking in front of the... Let's get my next assignment, and then tomorrow I will actually execute it. I'm having a lot of, like, layer problems with this. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Actually, yeah, okay, I can't get a new. Such a busy cycle. I have a stack of assignments right now. Who's to say if any are worth covering, though? You're to say, Reporter Bot. I'm too busy to make a call right now. Hello, Arwen. I am sorry to bother you during this aforementioned busy cycle. What is it, Copybot? Is something happening? Nothing so urgent. Ursula asked if we could send a reporter bot to interview those vacation contest winners. What, this cycle? Ideally, yes. Let's throw it on the pile. What's on the pile? Following up on that contest copyright mentioned, we sent 2 lucky readers to a free trip to some island paradise in space. Seems mostly a times this galaxy is good kind of story. What Ursula wants, Ursula gets. If that doesn't strike your fancy, I'm not gonna force you. We've also got a restaurant opening on August that seems interesting. I believe you sent me the poster you saw in the mall for that one. Dangerous Spikes, that name is familiar. Oh, and I ran some weird goo on Prito. People love to read about the weather. I think I'm gonna take Ursula's request. Let's follow up on the people we gave a contest to. If they hate it, we'll report the truth. And if they don't hate it, we'll also report the truth. So I don't know much about this one beyond what you already heard. We got a contest for readers, a trip to a 5-star resort. Covering this basically covers Ursula's butt and makes the TNG look good. Classic puff piece. Story, not the dog. You just need some quotes about how much fun they're having, etc. Real soul-sucking stuff. Yeah. Really, Ursula will be happy, I guess. It's a puff piece, an editor-in-chief special. Try not to make it just an ad, okay? We have a reputation to maintain here. I wonder if I can completely sink the newspaper's reputation in one stroke. That would be so fun. And so cool. But for right now, I think we're gonna call a stop to the night. I got some food to eat. I'm kind of awake. And, I got stuff to do. That said... Yeah, it's the... I mean, they have an entire race that's just, like, muscled... lizard boar people. Rhino people, I think. Good way to end the week, a nice island vacation. It's true. Surely nothing bad could possibly happen to us. So let's get out of here. We have yet to see the weird spirity ghost guy. Oh well. Good night, everybody. It's been a blast. That was a stop streaming button. Hello?